In this video, we'll discuss about blood. Blood. Now, we'll discuss about the basic things basic things about blood, and then we'll talk about the main composition of the blood. So, blood is a fluid connective tissue. So it's a fluid connective tissue, and the origin of the blood is mesodermal. So it is mesodermal in origin. This is also a very important thing. The origin is of mesoderm. And let's talk about the pH now. The pH of blood is 7.4. So it's around 7.4. That means it is slightly basic or alkaline. So it is slightly alkaline. So if something is less than 7, that means it's acidic, and if it's more than 7, it is alkaline or basic. So we know that pH scale has 0 to 14. So 0 to 7 is acidic and 7 to 14 is basic or alkaline. So in this case, blood has pH of 7.4, so it is alkaline. The next thing, the normal healthy adult, so the amount of blood that a normal healthy adult has is that of 5.6 liters. 5.6 liters of blood in a 5.6 liters of blood in a normal healthy adult. So this is the rough amount of liters of blood that is present in a normal healthy adult, that is 5.6 liters of blood is present in a healthy adult. Now the blood has two parts. It consists of two parts. They are we have plasma. So plasma is the liquid part of the blood, and it makes up for 55%. So 55% of blood is consisting of plasma, and then we have corpuscles, or we can write formed elements. So formed elements make up 45% of blood. So 55 plus 45 is 100. So 55% of blood is actually the plasma. 45% of the blood is the formed elements. Formed elements or corpuscles. So formed elements means here we talk about RBC, WBC and platelets. So all the cells that are present in the blood. And in the blood we have plasma, which is the liquid part of the blood. Now we'll talk about plasma. Plasma has, so here we'll talk about plasma now. Plasma consists of 90% of water, 90% water, so 90% of water. It also contains 7 to 8% of proteins, so various proteins that are present. 7 to 8% makes up the proteins, and 1 to 2% consists of other things like food material, waste material, etc. So 1 to 2% has 1 to 2% of the plasma makes up the food, waste material and many more things. So these are the different things that are present in the plasma. Also there is 1% for inorganic ions. inorganic ions. So 90% water, 7 to 8% of proteins, so 1 to 2% of other things like food material, waste material, and 1% of inorganic ions. So major part of the plasma is actually the water. It makes up 90% of the plasma, that is water. Now the blood, so if we talk about the whole things that are present in the blood or the plasma, here in the next video we'll talk about the formed elements, that is RBC. So we can write here RBCs, WBCs, and platelets. So we're going to talk about these in a little bit more detail in the next videos, but for now we'll take up the plasma or the liquid part of the blood, what it consists of. So now we'll discuss about the composition of the blood, what blood consists of. First, it has some inorganic ions. So it has inorganic ions. Now these inorganic ions include sodium ions, chloride ions, calcium ions, potassium ions, and many more. So this is what inorganic ions. We talk about different ions like that of calcium ions, chloride ions, potassium ions, sodium ions, like these ones. So these are also present in the blood. The second thing are some dissolved gases. Dissolved gases are oxygen and carbon dioxide that are present in the blood. So the main function of the blood or the RBCs is to transport the oxygen. That's why gases are present in the blood. Those are oxygen and carbon dioxide, dissolved gases. The third thing that is present are proteins. So there are various proteins also that are present in the blood, like we can take of serum albumin or just albumin. So this is MEN, or we can simply tell it as albumin, MIN. So serum albumin is one of the protein that is present. We also have globulins, that is serum globulins. These have different functions as well. We also have clotting proteins, clotting factors, or called clotting proteins. The serum albumin helps in osmoregulation. This is very important. Osmoregulation. It helps in the process of osmoregulation. Serum globulins, they provide the defense. They provide defense mechanism. So this is what the globulins does, serum globulins. That means they act as antibodies. Clotting proteins, here we talk about fibrinogen and prothrombin. So fibrinogen and prothrombin, these are the two clotting proteins that are present. Very important clotting proteins. There are many others, but these are the main ones that are present, fibrinogen and prothrombin. So these are the proteins that are present in the blood. These are all they all consist of the blood. This is the third thing that is present. The fourth thing is there are anticoagulants which are present. Anticoagulants in the blood, and the common example of the anticoagulant, that is heparin. So what is anticoagulant? Anticoagulant is a substance that helps in, that actually inhibits the clotting process, coagulation process. So by the name itself you can tell anticoagulant. So anticoagulants are also present in the blood, that is here here we talk about heparin, that is the very common and important anticoagulant that we need to know about, heparin. We also have some regulatory substances. Some regulatory substances include hormones, vitamins, and we also have enzymes. So there is hormones, vitamins and enzymes. These are the various regulatory substances that are present in the blood. So these are also a part of the blood composition. We also have some waste material. Waste material, that is, we have urea, uric acid, we also have some ammonia, creatinine, all those waste materials. So we can list them here. We have urea, uric acid, we also have ammonia, that is NH3, and creatinine. We talked about these in detail in the chapter of excretory products and their elimination. So these are all the waste materials that are also present in the blood. We also have food material. So food material. So we have some food material. These food material include like some biomolecules like glucose, like carbohydrates. We also have amino acids. Those are the small little units that make up our proteins. We also have fatty acids. Fatty acids makes up the fats. So glucose, amino acids, glucose are carbohydrates. We also have amino acids, fatty acids. These are some of the food materials that are also present in the blood. Now glucose, we are going to talk about glucose in detail now. Now when glucose content in the blood is more, then it leads to something called as diabetes mellitus. So when glucose concentration is more in the blood, more glucose in blood is actually the diabetes mellitus. This is what we call as hyperglycemia. So we have another name for this diabetes, that is hyperglycemia. These are the two different names that we give to the increase of glucose concentration in the blood. What if the glucose decreases? So less glucose is there. Then it is known as hypoglycemia. So hyper is more, hypo is less. Hypoglycemia. So this is what glucose increase concentrations and less concentrations include. So more, if glucose is more, then we call it as diabetes mellitus, and if glucose is less, we call it hypoglycemia. So here we talked about blood. It includes inorganic ions, dissolved gases, proteins, that is serum albumin, serum globulins, clotting proteins, anticoagulants, some regulatory substances, waste material. We also have some food material, that is, here we discussed about the more glucose and less glucose, what diseases or what conditions they lead to. So in this video we discussed about blood in detail. We looked at some of the basic things about blood, that's fluid connective tissue, mesodermal in origin, pH is 7.4, that is slightly alkaline, and in a normal healthy adult there is 5.6 liters of blood, and two parts, we have plasma and we have formed elements, that is corpuscles. So So plasma makes up 55%, and the formed elements, that is RBC, WBC and platelets, they make up the 45% of the blood. And plasma has 90% of water, 7 to 8% of proteins, 1 to 2% of food or waste material. So all these things, food material and waste material, these ones, they make up 1% of the 1 to 2% of the plasma. And we have 1% of these inorganic ions, that is sodium ions, potassium ions and chloride ions and all that stuff. So, and then we talked about the composition of blood. These are the various things that are present in the blood. Not only plasma and formed elements, these are the various different things like inorganic ions, dissolved gases, proteins, anticoagulants, regulatory substances, waste material, food material. So these are the different things that are present in the blood. So in this video we discussed about blood, its basic things, and we also the basic information about blood, and we also looked at plasma and the composition of blood.